Okay, good morning, everyone. We are now streaming live via YouTube. Today is January the 18th, 2023. My name is Judge Tamika West Bernard. I am presiding over the preliminary hearing calendar for this morning, sitting by designation for Superior Court. As I call the calendar, please make your announcement and inform me who you are representing. The first case we have on the calendar is the State of Georgia versus Tariq Abusadar. Is the state ready?
Yes, Judge, state's ready.
Good morning, Your Honor. Patrice Davis with the Public Defender's Office. That defendant is a conflict. It's
Okay.
assigned to a Brandy Porter. Brandy Porter.
Okay. Do you know if they received notice of the hearing today?
No, Your Honor, I do not.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Position 5 on the calendar, State of Georgia versus Sean Lamar Almond. Is the state ready?
Yes, Judge, I'm reaching out to the officer right now.
Okay.
Your Honor, that is co-defendant to the first case. This is Tiffany Bower Pleasant. That's my client. He requested a hearing. However, if we don't have the co-defendant, then I'm not opposed to a continuance.
Okay. And you said the co-defendant is that Tariq?
Yes, the very first one whose
Okay.
name I can't pronounce.
Okay. I didn't do a good job either, I'm sure. Indeed. So I'll circle back around. If the conflict attorney is not present, then we'll do a continuance on that. Position 6, State of Georgia versus Tyrone Garland Oliver Bailey. Is the state ready?
Judge, that one is a misdemeanor on its face, so that'll need to be handled with the misdemeanor calendar.
Okay. Tiffany, can we put that, Tina, can we put that on the misdemeanor calendar? I have one for the.
Really looks like he's out on bond.
He is, okay. Thank you. Position 7, State of Georgia versus Jerome E. Ball. State ready?
I have a note here that one is to be taken off the calendar.
It was a fast track previously done.
Okay, thank you. Attorney Pleasant, do you know who signed that, the fast track or no?
I know it was submitted last week, Judge. I believe that was Judge Kate Johnson's week.
Okay, I'll follow. Okay, thank you. Position 10, State of Georgia versus Latoya Bowie. Is the state ready?
Yes, Judge, I'll just reach out to the officer if this can be hearing.
Okay.
Yeah, there may be a fast track. I'll double check this morning.
Okay, thank you.
Right.
Position 12, State of Georgia versus Devin Byam. The state ready?
State will be ready.
Okay.
Your Honor, I'm requesting a pretrial with the state with regards to this case. Hopefully we can get something worked out.
Okay. Position 13, State of Georgia versus Tramel Scott Cameron. Is the state ready?
I showed that he's out to bond.
Thank you. Position 15, State of Georgia versus Brian Capella.
I also showed that he has posted bond.
Position 17, State of Georgia versus Marcus Clark. Is the state ready?
State will be ready on that one. I'll reach out to the officer. He does have a juvenile co-defendant.
Okay,
He
I believe
does. The
that,
co-defendant is Quantrell Nunnally. I'm not sure who was conflicted out, who received that case. Do you know, Ms. Davis?
It's my client, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Tolles.
Annalee.
Mr. Tolles and Mr. Hansinger, I'm ADA Hansinger. I'm requesting a continuance. Mr. Clark was not brought over for 2 virtual visits, and when I went to the jail last night to see him, another inmate had been shanked, so they did not produce him. So I have not been able to speak to my client.
okay, and your client is Mr. Clark, correct?
Correct, Judge.
Okay, do you, the state and Mr. Toes, do you have any objections to a continuance? So that would be for Nunnally too then, if that's the co-defendant?
Correct, Judge.
I
That
do
would be my
have-
concern is the co-defendant is a juvenile. And so we're gonna have some timing issues with further continuances. You know, given the rights that that juvenile will have.
I do have,
Go ahead, was someone
I
speaking?
do have none in the squad room.
Okay, Attorney Coach, do you have any objections to a continuance?
Would it be possible to just break up the cases, Judge, since my client is a juvenile, to move forward today? It is not a complicated case. I don't expect the hearing to take very long.
I would
Okay,
have no objection to doing that, Judge, just so that we can protect the rights of the juvenile.
so you said you would have objections to
No,
separate?
Judge.
You
No,
would not?
Judge, I wouldn't have any problem doing that, just so that we can ensure that the juvenile stays on track in terms of the timing issues.
I would be concerned about that too. Do you have response to that, Attorney Pleasant?
No, Your Honor, my case being continued and them going forward with theirs today is fine
Okay.
with me.
Well, do you need, 2 weeks, cause I
Weeks
have a
is fine.
calendar next, 2 weeks is fine, okay. So that'll be my calendar for January the 30th, will that work? Tina, do we have room on the calendar for January the 30th?
Thinking right now.
Who would that be, Your Honor?
Marcus Clark,
Okay, so we're moving him to January 30th?
we checking now, 1 minute.
The 30th and the 31st are kind of, they're a little packed. February
Um,
1st, I have some space.
Okay, let's do February what day did you say? It looked like our next calendar would be do we have the Wednesday, we could do February 1st. What about February the 1st? Attorney Pleasant. Will that work? Attorney Pleasant?
I'm sorry, I thought you heard me. February 1st is fine with me.
Okay, so we'll continue that until February 1st and then move forward with the Nunnally case. So if you can move that to the February 1st calendar, Tina, thank you.
Yes, Your Honor.
Position 19, State of Georgia versus Bio Rashid Dunaway. Is the state ready?
I show that he was given a bond.
Position 21, State of Georgia versus Jerome Lee Ely. Is the state ready?
Yes, Judge, I'll just, if it's gonna be a hearing, I'll reach out to the officer.
Okay.
And I'll speak with the state about it, see if we can work something out. I think there's a couple of minutes though, just so the court is aware.
Okay, thank you. Position 26, State of Georgia versus Jalen Bryant Freeman. Is the state ready?
Yes, Judge, as long, if it's gonna be a hearing, I'll reach out to the officer.
Okay, who's representing the defendant?
Stan Schoolcraft, Judge, and we would like a hearing.
Okay. So that will be a hearing.
Yes, Judge.
And he does have a co-defendant, Quantravius Smith.
Okay, give me the name again.
Quantravius Smith, it appears. Let me see if I can get the position for you, Judge.
Okay, thank you. You said Smith?
Smith, yes, Judge.
Okay.
Looks like that'll be position 92.
And yeah, I represent Mr. Smith for the record. I'll speak with the state. I think it probably will be a hearing.
Okay. Thank you. Position 27, State of Georgia versus Paul Jerome Grady. Is the state ready?
Yes, Judge.
And that was gonna be a hearing at last check.
Okay. Position 30, State of Georgia versus Allen Christopher Haynes Jr. State ready?
State will be ready, Judge.
I
Who's
need to hold on. That's my case. I need to hold on that one. I need to hold on that one. I'll speak with the state. I'm not sure what my announcement will be beyond that.
Okay. Position 33, State of Georgia versus Joshua Hernandez. State ready?
My case, Your Honor, that'll be a hearing,
Yes, Judge, state's ready.
and that is a co-defendant case. Mr. Florio represents the co-defendant.
And who's the co-defendant?
Devin Stubbs.
Hey, good morning, Judge. I do represent Mr. Stubbs, and that will be a preliminary hearing as well.
Okay. Thank you. Position 34, State of Georgia versus John Lloyd Howell. Is the state ready?
State's ready. State's
Who's
ready.
Okay, thank you. Who's representing Howell?
Tiffany Howell.
Attorney Pleasant?
I'm sorry, Judge. Mr. Howell is my client. That'll be a hearing.
Okay. Position 37, State of Georgia versus Tristan V. Humphreys. Is the state ready?
Yes, Judge.
And
And-
that's me. We may be able to work out a bond on that one. I'll speak with the state about it.
Okay. Position 41, Kevin Lamarcus Jenkins, state ready.
I show that there was a waiver, Judge.
And do you know when that was done? The bond waiver?
I'm in court, bro. I'm
sorry, your device is not on mute.
I know. I'm in the car. I'm in state court on my computer.
Judge, my notes don't indicate when it was done. It just indicates from Attorney Freeman that there was a waiver.
The judge, it was sent last week. So that would have been, again, I think that was Judge Case Johnson's week.
Okay, thank you. State of Georgia versus Armonte Johnson, state ready?
State's ready.
And that'll be a hearing, Judge.
Position 49, State of Georgia versus Capea Johnson. Capea Johnson.
I show that this individual has posted bond.
Okay. Position 50, State of Georgia versus Gary DeMont Lavon Johnson.
State's ready.
Byron Morgan for Mr. Johnson. Judge, I'd like an opportunity to talk with the state, please, and brief pretrial. Also, just to let the court know, I have multiple conflicts today, and whatever you could do to get me out, I'd appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Position 51, State of Georgia versus Jaran Jones. Is it Jaran Jones? State of Georgia ready?
Yes, state's ready.
Yeah, that's my case. We may be able to work out a bond on that one. I'll speak with Mr. Jones and the state to see what we can get done.
Okay. Position 53, Jesse Lewis Jordan Jr. The State of Georgia versus Jesse Lewis Jordan Jr. The state ready?
State's ready.
I suspect that's gonna be a hearing, but I'll see what I can do in the meantime.
Okay.
Your Honor,
Position, sorry, yes.
excuse me. Joshua Turner, he's acting out and being combative and beating his head and stuff on the door and window. What do you want to do with him?
Your
Right
Honor,
now, we
Mr.
have him in.
If I may, Mr. Turner is my client. This is a waiver only this morning. Be returned.
I'm sorry, what was feedback?
Mr. Turner is my client. He is a waiver only this morning. So he can be returned.
You said it's a waiver? I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
It's a waiver, Judge. It's going to be submitted today.
I'm sorry, Jill, can you put your device? I'm not certain if it's mine.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Judge.
Go ahead, yeah.
He's my client. It's going to be a waiver this morning.
Okay.
So I was letting the jail know that he can be returned.
Okay, thank you. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. I got it. He's gonna be returned. All right, thank
That's at position 97, correct? Joshua Lee Turner. Okay. I believe the last individual I call, let's see, we're at position 56, State of Georgia versus Eric Lee Kent.
Yes, Judge, I showed this individual post to bond.
Okay. Position 58, State of Georgia versus Jason Isaiah Mahone. State ready?
Ready. And this individual does have a co-defendant.
Okay. Who's the co-defendant?
Eric Roy, it appears, or Ray. Let's see.
That's correct, Your Honor. Mr. Ray is my client. I'm not sure who has Mr. Mahomes' case.
Okay. Is anyone present that has Jason Isaiah Mahone?
I thought Mr. Coles was here. He's representing Mr. Mahone.
Okay, Mr. Attorney Toles. Are you ready to go forward on that case, Mr. Toles?
Judge, I'll have to look into it and speak with my client, but I'll do what I can today, try to resolve it.
Okay. Decision 63, State of Georgia versus Hargrove Ebony McKnight. Is state ready?
My notes indicate this individual received a bond.
Position 64, State of Georgia versus Avant Javar Meredith. State ready?
State's ready.
Need to hold on that one, Your Honor. I don't think it's gonna be a hearing, but if we can't work something out, it will be.
Okay. Position 65, State of Georgia versus Rashawn Moody. The state ready?
My notes indicate this individual waived in exchange for a bond.
Position 68, the state of Georgia versus Quantrell Nunley.
This is the juvenile we discussed earlier, Judge, and Detective Cooper is on Zoom.
And then who's representing the defendant?
That was my case, Judge.
Okay. You ready to, will that be a hearing?
Yes, that'll be here.
Position 70, state of Georgia versus Billy Ray Pate, P-A-T-E.
State's ready, and this individual I show has a co-defendant, Mr. Jerome Ely. I don't recall what the announcement was for Mr. Ely.
Mr. Ely was a hold I need to speak with the state about.
Okay. Is someone representing defendant Pate?
Attorney Toles.
Okay, Attorney Toles. Are you ready to go, Attorney Toles?
I'll also look into that one as well, Judge. Pate?
Yeah, P-A-T-E, Billy Ray Pate.
Yes, I'll speak with him at the state, see what we can work out.
Position 77, state of Georgia versus Sarah Hunt. State ready. Someone representing Ms. Ponce.
Good morning, Your Honor. Donnell Holiday. I represent Ms. Ponce. I believe that's going to be a hearing.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Position 79, state of Georgia versus Keith M. Queen. State ready.
State's ready.
And good morning, Judge. Thomas Florio. Again, I also represent Mr. Queen. He should be at Martha Glaze this morning, and that will be a hearing.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Position 83, Eric Jamil Ray. The state versus Eric Jamil Ray. Is the state ready?
State's ready. This was the co-defendant to Mahone. I believe this is Attorney Toll's case, and it was one that he said he needed to speak with his client about.
Well,
Okay.
Ray is my case. I don't know. That may have been an announcement on Mahone. Ray is my case. Is I anticipated being the hearing.
Okay. Thank you. Position 90, state of Georgia versus Amador Augustin Sanchez.
I'm gonna show this individual as post to bond.
Okay. Position 93, Quintavious Demond, state of Georgia versus Quintavious Demond Smith.
This is
the state ready.
co-defendant to Freeman.
That was an anticipated hearing.
Okay. And who represent Mr. Smith?
That would be me, Shavaric Rogers.
Okay. And then we have the state of Georgia versus Devin Stubbs, and I know there's a co-defendant for Stubbs as well. Is the
That's
state-
correct, Your Honor. And Mr. Stubbs will also be a hearing this morning.
Okay.
He's a co-defendant to Joshua Hernandez, who I believe is at Martha Glaze, Your Honor.
Okay. Position 95, state of Georgia versus DeAndre Thomas. Is the state ready? Someone representing Mr. Thomas, DeAndre Kamir Thomas.
That'd be me, Your Honor. It's gonna be a hearing, as far as I can tell.
Okay, thank you. Position 97, Joshua Lee Turner, that was a bond waiver.
No, ma'am, it's a waiver only.
Oh, waiver, sorry, okay,
That will be submitted this morning.
okay. Okay, thank you. Position 102, the state of Georgia versus Homer Demetrius Walker III.
State's ready.
And I need to pre-try that case with the state this morning, Your Honor.
Okay, position 108, the state of Georgia versus Christopher Jerome Watson. Is the state ready?
Show this is bond waiver, Judge.
Okay, that will conclude the calling of the calendar this morning. Is there anyone present that did not hear their name called or their case name called? Oh, okay.
Your Honor, I'm here. Your Honor, excuse me, this is Steve Cowan. I'm here for a bond matter, I think, for Kenesha Njoku.
I don't have
Steve
that.
Cowan.
Spell
File an
it.
entry. Kenesha is Njoku. Good question, Judge. NJ OKU, Njoku.
Okay,
We were sent this.
Go ahead, sir.
We were sent this link by Ms. Wilkerson for a bond hearing for her this morning. She's just been transferred from the cab where she was arrested on Clayton County warrants.
We don't have a bond calendar this morning. Tina, can you look up the status of defendant? Did you say Noji?
Njoku, Judge, it's NJ, Anderson Nancy, JOKU, Kenesha with a C. And we filed an entry under the warrant numbers some time ago, or at least what we were told with the warrant numbers. I think the docket showed Judge Wright.
Okay, Tina, can you look up the status of that inmate? Do you need the full
I'll
name
check that
again?
now.
Okay, she's gonna check that out. Do you remember informing Attorney Cowan that there will be a bond hearing this morning?
Yes, Your Honor. We were informed by the client that there was a 9 a.m.
Okay, well, this is not a bond calendar, it's a preliminary hearing. We're gonna do our bond on Friday. So I'm not certain. You said your client told you that?
Well, my client told her family, who told me, Judge.
Okay, well, we don't do the bond hearings today. So we'll find out the status and let you know. Okay,
Thank
sir.
you, Judge. Thank you, Judge. And your office has my email address. I'm heading to a plea in Fulton, so if you need me, by all means, email me.
Well, I don't even have your client on my calendar for today.
Okay. Well, I'm just in case something popped
I would
up.
say stand by so we can see if we can find out the status. Okay. Okay.
I'll do that. Thank you, Judge.
Okay. Okay. Anyone else?
Yes, ma'am. Good morning, Your Honor.
Yes, Deputy.
This is Officer Lane with Jonesboro. I have one for John Howell.
I'm sorry, who's speaking?
This Officer Lane, City of Jonesboro.
Okay. And what's your question, sir?
I didn't hear the defendant, John Howell, that I'm here for a prelim on.
Yes, we actually do have him on the calendar. That's going to be a hearing, sir, so stand by. Correct, Attorney Pleasant? I believe that's Attorney Pleasant client.
That is correct, Judge. That's a hearing this morning.
So stand by, Officer Lane.
All right, thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
I don't have a Jenkins or Hernandez or Watson on my calendar.
Okay, is it possible you can?
Get
them? Oh, I'm sorry, Hernandez. I think. Give me the three names again.
No.
I have Jenkins, Hernandez, and Watson.
May I respond, Your Honor?
May I respond, Your Honor? Yeah.
Jenkins was a waiver.
Jenkins was a waiver.
Watson apparently was a waiver.
Watson apparently
signed
was
Mr.
a waiver.
Rogers.
signed Mr. Rogers.
Hernandez is a juvenile,
Hernandez is a
so
juvenile.
both
so
he and Queen should have been
he
produced by
should have been produced
RYDC.
by RYDC.
So hopefully, an
hopefully,
order was presented to them to produce our clients as required.
Is required.
Okay, so the two waivers we don't need up here, because I don't have them up here. They're
No,
on
sir,
the
you
calendar.
don't need to bring over Jenkins or Watson.
Jenkins or Watson.
We don't need to. Okay. Juvenile, yeah, they're gonna have juvenile. All right, thank you. That, I just wanted to make sure I heard those names. What about Bynum? Devin Bynum? Is he on the calendar? I didn't check him off. I
He's
have
on
him
the
up
calendar.
here.
Yes, he's
He's
my
on the
client.
calendar. Yes, he's my client.
Okay. All right, that's everybody. Who would you like first?
Well, first, we'll break out rooms. So do you want us, does the defenders, I want to speak with their clients first, or do the pre-trials with the state first? What is your preference?
I need to pre-try with the state first, Judge.
Okay.
I'm Byron Morgan. I'd like to speak with the state first, please.
Okay, well, they can't speak at the same time.
And I'm available, Judge. Myself and Attorney Rogers had discussed some stuff. So if you want to put us in a breakout room, I'm happy to work through his cases.
Okay, so you said Attorney Rogers?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Good morning.
So Attorney Pleasant, I'm gonna put you in breakout room number 1. Evan, I'm assuming you can speak with her about her cases, Attorney Pleasant, or?
That's correct.
Okay.
Judge, I'd like to be placed in the jail, at the jail.
Okay, who's requesting that? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you speaking.
Your Honor, can you hear me?
Oh, Attorney Toles, I thought that Ms. Almond was you want to see your clients first before speaking with Ms. Almond?
Yes, I'd like to be placed in the jail.
Okay, he wants to, okay. So
Okay.
I'll push. Okay, ADA Almond.
Yes, Judge, if I could be placed in a breakout room with Attorney Rogers.
Okay, Attorney Rogers. Okay, I got it now. Okay, so let me do the jail first and then I'll go down from there. Let's see. Hey, Jeff, you can set breakout room number 1. And then ADA I'm gonna do breakout room number 2 for you and Attorney Rogers. 2. And then Ms. Pleasant. I'm gonna do breakout room number 3. You and Evan. 3. Breakout room number 3. Is anyone else that needs a breakout room?
Judge, I just need to see Mr. Hansinger once he's done with Ms. Pleasant.
Okay,
Thank you.
Attorney Morgan, I got you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll be in brief recess.